Hello, thank you for joining me at Leaping Lotus Tarot. My name is Addison. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy this. It really helps to get the channel out there, helps deliver message to people that need to hear it. We're doing Aquarius today. I have the Westwood Tarot today. Take a deep breath for me if you would. Ground in the present moment, set your intention for the messages you need to hear. What does Aquarius need to hear today, Spirit? Ooh, 4 upright cards. This is beautiful. Someone's having to put a lot of hard work, perhaps into a decision that they need to make. There's a path that they're wanting to take. There's something that they want to manifest for themselves. There's something that they want in their lives. Whatever this is extremely empowering. It might kind of bring someone into their more masculine energy. The masculine is the one that's best able to manifest things in their life, to set forward that intention of a journey to move forward into something. The feminine energy is more in a receiving energy. This very much has a masculine undertone of achieving something that they are passionate about. And the reason I get that is because we have the King of Wands here. This is a fire sign card. This could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Doesn't have to be. So this could be somebody you're listening for. This could be you. The signs don't necessarily mean that that's that person, but that's that fire energy. It's representative of passion, right? The Wands card is passion. So Magician, this is Gemini and Virgo energy. This is the manifester. This is the card I was talking about that really speaks to somebody wanting to create a path for themselves. And when I spoke to hard work, that's what this 8 of Pentacles card is. It's building something. You can see that there's this little mouse here climbing up this ladder and putting these pieces together on this house. So somebody could be working on a house. You know, they might be building their house. They might be doing renovations. Someone might be, you know, they might flip houses. They might be really passionate about taking something that was once not, or you know, maybe once was valuable back in the day, then became dilapidated, and now they're trying to bring life back into it. Again, only take messages that resonate for you. We got daisies here, it looks like, in this image. And then when I was talking earlier about the decision, having to make a choice about something, that's what this 2 of Swords represents. It's a decision, or the inability to make a decision. So somebody's having to choose the path that they're most passionate about, that they feel that they can manifest the most abundance for themselves. And they're putting work into it. Whatever this is, they know that their work, this is not something that they think is just going to come easily to them. They know that there's work and effort that has to go into this. So let's tell me more. What is this thing that they're feeling passionate about, that they need to make a decision on? Let me give some messages, Spirit, to clarify what this is. We have the Fool card. This is the first, well, it's 0 actually, it's not even the first. This is in the Major Arcana, so this is the Fool's journey. This is the whole point of the tarot, is to talk about the embarkation of whatever this journey is that someone is taking. So this is a new beginning. Whatever this is for somebody, whatever this passionate thing that this King of Wands energy is moving towards is starting over. There's something very new about this process. It doesn't mean that you don't know anything about this thing that you're diving into. You could know a lot about it. You may not know a lot about it, but whatever it is very representative of there's newness to it, okay? We have the Hierophant in reversed. This is tradition and values. Could be religion, could be marriage, it could be, you know, just belief systems in general, and it's in reverse. This is Taurus energy, this is Earth energy. So when we had the 8 of Pentacles, the hard work that came out earlier, which was also representative of Earth energy, Pentacles is Earth, this kind of makes me feel like this could be a job for somebody. So if they're moving, maybe they're starting a different job. Maybe there's some belief system that they've built around needing to stay with a certain job, or, oh, you know, I need to be with the job for this many years so I get my pension, or, but it's like breaking down that belief system. It's like, okay, so I had told myself something about this job before, 444 on the timer right when I said it. So this is resonating for some people about, I had told myself something about this job, and now I need to move into a different job, and I need to like tell myself a new narrative basically about it. 3 of Swords, ooh. There's some pain here. There's definitely a little bit of heartbreak, or something about, there's disappointment. There's something that you thought was something. There's a little bluebird with some red on the chest here. We're gonna have to get some clarity for that one. The 9 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, yeah, there's dragonfly. Somebody's happiness or something that they really thought was gonna bring them a lot of happiness and fulfillment within themselves perhaps was not that way. Because we also have the 6 of Wands in reverse. Somebody's disappointed. That's like the best energy I can say to describe what this feels like. Because the 6 of Wands upright is like pride and like success and like, you know, your ego might be a little involved with like, you know, I put all this effort into something and I'm really proud of the results, and it's in reverse. And there's that heartbreak. So we need to ask, because somebody was really excited about the results from something that they perhaps already put a lot of effort into, and now they're having to tell themselves, hey, I gotta go on a fool's journey, I gotta start over, there's something new I need to find for myself. So what's the 3 of Swords? What is this like kind of like heartbreaking disappointment for Aquarius? What is this heartbreaking disappointment? The Tower in reverse. Well, the Tower upright would make a lot of sense because it'd be like something coming crumbling down, something they built come crashing down, but it's in reverse. So there could be an aspect of this that it's not working out the way they thought. We also have that fox in the imagery here. And the fox is kind of like howling out a little bit. And there is the fox in the imagery of the Magician card, if you remember. So this manifester is disappointed or stressed out about the tower they've built not working out. But again, with it being in reverse, I don't think that it's like overall it's not working out, but it's not working out for this person. Like, I don't think the whole system is crumbling down. It's for that particular person. Why this particular person, or why, if it's not completely crumbled down, why leave? What have you told yourself about needing to start over? Page of Wands. There's just something, you know, it's funny that I said that, like, you know, you may not know much about this topic. There is, with the page, it's just kind of like a youthful energy or a naivety, but it's in passions, right? Because it's still with Wands. So there is some sort of passion that's new or young. So it might be something you've always been interested in, but you might not know a lot about it. You're going maybe back to school, have to put in a lot of work with school, right? So, but then there's Queen of Cups. So now we've got that feminine energy, and we've got emotion, we've got passion, love, you know, kind of like a motherly even sort of energy. We have somebody who's, if this is a feminine I am talking about, even though there was a King of Wands that came out initially, there is something about a feminine energy here, and she might have to just embrace her masculine energy in order to move into this thing that she's trying to manifest, this new fool's journey that she's trying to manifest for herself. But she's very sensitive. And so maybe that's where this disappointment is coming from. Maybe she's personifying this a little too much, because it's not an upright tower. This isn't like the dissolution of, this isn't something to be heartbroken about like we saw with the 3 of Swords. I think she just might be kind of emotional and just sensitive and compassionate to other people. So other people might be hurt with this person, you or whoever, leaving and moving on into the new journey. So let's find out about the Page of Wands. I'm just very curious, you know, it's not going to be the same for everyone, so maybe this isn't even worth really asking about because it's going to be different for everyone, but tell me about the Page of Wands. I do feel like there's some sort of clarity there for the Page of Wands. What do we need to know about that Page of Wands energy for our listeners here? Strength. Yeah. I mean, I really want to emphasize that just because you're choosing a new path does not mean this is an easier path. You might have been doing something difficult that you had to put a lot of work into before, but I don't think you're afraid of hard work. I don't think you're afraid of effort. Because we have a white wolf here before, and when we had the card that just came out about the Page of Wands, it was a white tiger. So there's a white ferocious animal. So it reminds me of, you know, strength, of course, because strength is actually Leo energy. It's a fire energy. It's like a lion. So we've got a lion, a tiger, and a wolf. Not a bear, but a wolf. So, but they're white. So there's a purity to whatever this is. It's not like you're going into I don't feel like you're going to some like dirty job. Like you're doing something very pure and beneficial for perhaps others, because of that Queen of Cups, 10-10 on the timer. All 5s and 10s are like, they build on each other, and it's basically like building and growing something new, starting over a new journey, a new cycle. So strength. Yeah, you're not afraid of the challenge that this will bring. I think I kind of got like a little pang of excitement. I think somebody's excited about the challenge of this new thing. It doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to figure out what this new thing is, and that's probably because for some people it might be a relationship, some people it might be a job, some people it might be school. I think it just kind of depends. So let's wrap this up. I don't want to make this too long. What is the final message here for Aquarius, or for any cross watchers listening, that would be helpful to them? What is the final message? Maybe some advice. What is something that Spirit wants to leave with our listener here? All right, we've got 2 cards. 3 cards. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Interesting. So for some people that are getting into a relationship, there is a Queen and King of Wands that have come out. So there could be fire signs, or could just be 2 very passionate people that end up meeting each other on this journey. It could be that the Queen of Cups begins to embody. So she came out initially. This is just different interpretations of the cards, right? So for some, it's an actual counterpart, a perfect counterpart that will match their passion. This could be the King of Wands that came out initially, how she came out through as a Queen of Cups, and now is coming through as a Queen of Wands. So maybe in order initially to become the manifester, you know, the magician energy, right, to create the path, they had to embody their King of Wands energy, and then, but they're, you know, we use the Queen of Cups to describe them, but then they become more evolved in their feminine energy, because this could be a feminine I'm talking to. Most tarot, listening to tarot are feminine energy. Not always, but if I am speaking to a feminine, and feminine doesn't mean woman, by the way, just becomes more of a Queen of Wands. So just in a more empowered feminine state instead of in her masculine energy like we initially talked about. 2 of Swords in reverse, beautiful. I love that, because that means that somebody comes to a clarity. And then we have a 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And so that's, you know, this normally speaks to balance, like trying to come into balance. I feel like with these 2s both being in reverse, I just think that this just speaks to a clarity of decisiveness, a clarity of choosing a path. They're not trying to weigh two jobs anymore. Somebody has come to a decision of, this is what I need to do to become my most empowered and best feminine self in this Queen of Wands energy. And I think somebody's going to choose this path. They're going to choose it through strength, like the fire energy of the Leo. Lots of fire in this reading, even though it's an Aquarius reading. There is just a lot of passion here about whatever this thing is. So that's the advice, is to stick to your gut, stick to your choice, know that you're making the right choice for yourself. You're going to do the thing. Yes, it'll be hard work, but I don't think you're worried about hard work. I really don't think that you're scared of that. I think that you know that you put energy and effort into whatever it is you do, and to just stay committed to what you believe is right for yourself. So again, hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Drop in the comments. I love hearing from you guys, and we will see you next time.